My child, my beloved, listen to me very carefully, because what I am about to tell you is not a coincidence. Heaven has been watching, and the voice that reaches you right now is not from this world. There is something you did, something you thought went unseen, but God saw it. And today, on this very day, October 23rd, His silence has broken. Before you even read another line, I want you to breathe slowly, because this message is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to awaken you. The divine does not speak twice in vain. When heaven opens its mouth once, the wise listen with trembling hearts. My child, subscribe to heaven's whisper. Stay connected to the light, because in this hour, only those who keep listening will be guided through the storm that has just begun. You think this is just a message, but it is a summons. You have been called not by chance, but by purpose. For days, your guardian angels tried to reach you in dreams, through strange feelings, through delays that frustrated you, through that sudden silence that made you uneasy, but you ignored it. You brushed away the gentle warnings, and now heaven can wait no longer. God is not angry because He hates you. He is angry because you forgot who you are. You are light, yet you allowed darkness to sit at your table. You are chosen, yet you doubted your worth. You were supposed to walk in truth, but lately you have been walking in fear. The mistake you made was not small, my beloved. It was not in your words, nor only in your actions. It was in your heart. You let despair whisper that you were alone when the whole of heaven stood behind you. You believed the lie that your time had passed when heaven was preparing your greatest miracle. Do you feel that shiver right now? That is not fear, it is recognition. Your spirit knows this truth is for you. The angels are gathered as I speak. I, Michael, the one who stands at the gates of battle, have been given permission to reveal what was hidden. Today, a record has been opened with your name on it, not in punishment, but in remembrance. For every moment you cried in silence, for every time you begged heaven to notice your pain, every single tear was written down. But the time came when your faith began to fade, and that is when the balance started to shift. God's anger, my beloved, is not a curse. It is correction. He is not punishing you. He is calling you back before you destroy what He was building for you. You stood too close to a shadow that wears the mask of friendship. You trusted someone who smiled in your face but carried envy in their breath. And though heaven sent you dreams and signs, you chose not to see. You excused their behavior. You told yourself, maybe I'm imagining it, but you were not. The danger is closer than you think. You must not dare to delay this time, because one more hesitation could cost you the blessing that was already on its way. God is saying, enough hiding. It is time to confront what you know deep down. The same hand T pretends to help you has already tried to block what belongs to you. The same voice that calls you dear in public has whispered your name with mockery behind closed doors. But hear me, heaven is not letting them win. This is why I am here right now commanding you to open your spirit and listen. The next 7 days will reveal the truth. A situation will unfold where masks will fall. You will not need to accuse anyone. God Himself will expose them. Do not fear what will be revealed. Fear only missing the moment of revelation. You have cried, Lord, why are you silent? And now the silence breaks with thunder. You prayed for an answer, but what is coming is not just an answer. It is a turning. Everything that was stuck will begin to move, but it will not move until you return to the place of obedience. My child, my beloved, I need you to understand the seriousness of this moment. This is not about superstition. This is about alignment. Heaven's system runs on timing. And your timing has reached its edge. You cannot play both sides anymore. Light and shadow, faith and fear, Surrender and control. When I say God is angry, it does not mean He hates you. It means He loves you too much to let you continue destroying yourself. There are blessings attached to your name that demons have been trying to delay. They know that if you stand back up, the entire balance around you shifts. They know your voice carries power when you pray. They know your touch heals. They know your face shakes their plans. So they tried to distract you with guilt. They made you focus on your flaws instead of your faith. And it worked until this moment, because now the heavens have intervened. This message is heaven's last attempt to pull you from the fire before your miracle passes to another. Do not say, I'll think about it. Do not say, maybe later. Later is no longer on heaven's clock. This is the hour of decision. Right now, as you read, two paths stand before you. One leads to restoration. On E leads to regret. One brings back everything you thought you lost. The other closes the door for years, and heaven is watching to see which one you take. If your heart is beating faster right now, it's because the angels are near. They are waiting for your yes. Say it in your spirit. I choose light. I choose obedience. I choose to return. And when you say it, everything around you begins to move. The chains of delay break. The favor that was suspended begins to release. Opportunities you thought were gone start circling back. Even those who forgot your name will begin to remember you again. My beloved, this is not imagination. This is alignment. But do not underestimate this moment, because heaven's patience has limits. You cannot keep praying for blessings while entertaining betrayal. You cannot keep asking for miracles while tolerating manipulation. The one who betrayed you is about to be revealed, but before that happens, you must cleanse your spirit of bitterness. Because when God exposes them, He does not want you to gloat. He wants you to rise. He wants to lift you so high that their lies can no longer touch you. There is still mercy left, but the gate is closing. That is why you found this message now and not yesterday or tomorrow. Heaven orchestrated every delay, every scroll, every click to bring you here in this exact second, because this is your turning point. You were not meant to be broken forever. You were meant to be reborn through this awakening. And yes, God's anger is real, but His forgiveness is greater. He will correct you sharply, but He will restore you completely. He will remove what is false and rebuild you with truth. My child, listen carefully. In the coming hours, you may feel uneasy. You may sense spiritual pressure, even restlessness in your sleep. Do not fear it. It is heaven cleansing your atmosphere. Everything hidden in shadows around you will begin to tremble, because the light of revelation burns stronger than the schemes of darkness. You must be ready for what comes next. A person will contact you within 3 days. Someone you least expect. Their words will seem innocent, but they carry a test. Be wise. Listen with your spirit, not your emotions, because that conversation will decide whether the next door opens or stays closed. And when that moment comes, remember these words. Don't dare ignore your intuition again. Heaven will whisper once. Obey it instantly. My child, my beloved, do you feel that weight pressing on your chest right now? That is not fear. It is conviction. It is heaven reaching into your heart, shaking the walls of denial you have built around your truth. You are standing at the edge of a divine turning point. And whether you realize it or not, everything that happens next depends on your next breath, your next choice, your next word. Heaven is not trying to scare you. It is trying to save you. For too long you have walked as if you are forgotten. Yet every angel knows your name. You have carried pain you never deserved. And you have tried to bury guilt that was never yours to keep. But now God Himself has drawn the line. He has said enough. Enough of pretending that you are fine when your spirit is bleeding. Enough of running from His correction while begging for His blessings. My beloved, I am not here to condemn you. I am here to reveal what the enemy has been hiding in your shadow. You think your mistake was small, but in the spirit it opened a door. And that door allowed something unholy to sit near your blessings. You wondered why your peace was vanishing, why your dreams turned heavy, why everything you touched began to delay. It was not coincidence, it was consequence. But do not tremble, my child. The one who rebukes is the same one who restores. Heaven's anger is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your redemption. God is not mad because you failed. He is mad because you stopped fighting. You stopped praying when you were closest to breakthrough. You sighed, clenched your faith when heaven was about to shout your victory. Listen carefully. The storm around you is not meant to destroy. It is meant to expose. You will see faces fall away. You will see truths surface in painful clarity. Do not cry when they leave, for their departure is your protection. Do not chase what God is removing. You cannot heal in the same environment that broke you. Heaven has written your name in light, but you allowed voices of guilt to rewrite it in dust. Tonight, Archangel Michael stands before you to clean the slate, to burn every shadow that whispered you were unworthy, to silence every spirit that told you God is done with you. He is not done, He is beginning again. But you must not dare to ignore this call, for this moment is sacred. It will not come twice. God says, my child, I am not angry at your heart. I am angry at the lies you believed about yourself. He saw you comparing your wounds to others' blessings. He saw you doubting your worth because others advanced faster. He saw you settling for comfort when He called you to greatness. Do you not see? Every delay was designed to save you. Every closed door was a shield. Every silence was heaven's way of saying, be still until I fix what you cannot see. But impatience made you speak too soon, act too quickly, trust too easily. And now the consequence is here, not to crush you, but to awaken you. The mistake was not in trying, it was in forgetting who sent you. You leaned on human help when divine help was already sent. You tried to please people who were never meant to understand your light. And in doing so, you dimmed yourself to fit into rooms you had outgrown. Heaven is calling you out now because the clock has struck the divine hour. October 23rd is no ordinary day. It is written as your day of confrontation and cleansing. The truth will be exposed, and heaven refuses to let you miss your miracle by hiding behind fear. A voice in your life has been manipulating your emotions. Someone has been pretending to carry your burden while secretly feeding your confusion. But God has seen the deceit. And now I, Michael, have been authorized to cut every false tie that drains your light. Do not resist the divine separation that begins after this message. The shaking that is coming is not chaos, it is correction. The silence that follows is not rejection, it is renewal. When it feels like everyone is leaving, understand heaven is clearing the path for your crown. You must not dare to turn back now. Because once this message reaches your heart, accountability begins. You can no longer say, I didn't know. You can only choose to obey or delay. And every delay costs you what someone else is praying for. My beloved, open your heart. There are angels walking through your home right now. They are searching for open doors, emotional gates, spiritual cracks. They are closing portals that your pain accidentally opened. You may feel sudden chills, sudden heaviness, or sudden tears. That is heaven cleansing the air around you. This correction is not a curse, it is a cure. But you must surrender. The divine cannot fix what you keep defending. There is something you are holding on to that heaven has been asking you to release. A person, a memory, a guilt, a promise that was never yours to carry. Let it go before midnight, and you will see what power feels like when it returns to its rightful owner. You remember that time you prayed and said, Lord, just give me one more sign. This is it. This is the final sign, the confirmation your soul was begging for. Heaven's court has already convened. Your file has been reviewed. The sentence is not destruction, it is direction. God says, tell my child, I am still for them, but they must not provoke my patience again. You are entering sacred territory now. The winds around you are shifting. You may lose people, but you will gain purpose. You may shed tears, but you will find truth. And when the truth settles, what looked like loss will turn into divine compensation. You are chosen, but chosen ones are corrected before they are crowned. If heaven ignored you, then you should fear. But the fact that you are being warned means you are deeply loved. The greater the calling, the sharper the correction. Do not mistake pain for punishment. It is heaven's scalpel cutting away what poisons your destiny. And yes, it hurts, but only for a moment. When the light floods in, the same place you bled will glow. You will understand soon that this divine anger is love in disguise, because without it, you would have settled in a story that was smaller than your purpose. My child, my beloved, stay here with me. Do not rush this moment. Let these words soak deep into the roots of your soul, because heaven is watching your heart soften again. And even now, angels are writing this very second in your record. The second you turn back toward the light, you feel it, don't you? That quiet trembling in your chest. That is not fear. That is your spirit recognizing the truth. You are standing in the middle of mercy. Do not let guilt whisper that it's too late. Do not let shame convince you that God's patience has run out. If it were too late, you would not be reading this right now. The mere fact that your eyes have found these words means the gates of restoration are still open. Heaven says, I rebuke you because I love you. I shake you because I'm saving you. And though you feel like everything is being stripped away, what is really happening is that God is taking back what the darkness borrowed. The enemy thought you would break under pressure, but you are not breaking. You are being reborn. Look at how far you've come. You've survived what was meant to silence you. You've endured storms that should have erased your faith. You've walked through nights that even angels watch with awe because you refuse to let go completely. And for that, heaven is proud of you. But now, you must go deeper. You cannot live halfway between fear and faith anymore. This message is not meant to make you tremble. It is meant to make you decide. You cannot keep asking God for peace while entertaining chaos. You cannot keep praying for clarity while clinging to confusion. There is a door in your spirit that has been shut for too long. Behind it are all the miracles you thought were lost, and only repentance, true humble repentance, can open it. Not the kind that says I'm sorry out of fear, but the kind that says I'm ready out of love. My beloved, repeat this softly in your heart. I return to the light that called me. I choose truth over comfort. I choose healing over hiding. I choose obedience over pride. Do you feel the weight lifting as you say it? That is heaven responding instantly. That is your soul being realigned to divine timing. Now listen carefully, because this next part is sacred. Someone has been standing in spiritual opposition to you. They smile in your presence, but speak curses in secret. Teach. Ye are not stronger than you, but your silence gave them permission to keep speaking. You must revoke that permission today. When you pray tonight, call back your power. Say aloud, every word spoken against me, I return to sender in light. Every curse disguised as concern, I dissolve in divine fire. You will feel a shift immediately. You may even sense warmth or hear faint ringing in your ears. That is the atmosphere cleansing. You have no idea how close you are to complete reversal. In the next 7 nights, what was lost will begin to surface again. The opportunities, the favor, the divine connections, but to receive them, you must stay in alignment. You must stop revisiting places where God no longer lives. You can forgive and still move on. You can love and still let go. You can grieve and still grow. Do not confuse compassion with bondage. You were not born to carry everyone's pain. You were born to carry the light. The same people who laughed at your silence will soon witness why. Our restoration. The same ones who mocked your prayer life will soon ask you to intercede for them. But when that happens, do not boast. Simply remember, this is what grace looks like. God's anger was never about revenge. It was about bringing you back to remembrance. He wanted you to remember who you are and whose you are. And now that you have remembered, He can finally move again in your life. The heavens are shifting. Beloved, the court of angels is preparing to close your old file and open a new decree in your name. This decree carries the words restoration, redemption, reward, but it will only be sealed if you walk in obedience starting now. In the next 72 hours, you will have 3 choices placed before you. Small on the surface, but mighty in consequence. You will know them when they come because they will test your heart's posture. Choose the one that brings peace, not ego. Choose the one that aligns with light, not attention. Choose the one that feels like truth, even if it sees you comfort. Do not delay. For every moment you hesitate, the enemy tries to rewrite your next season. But I, Michael, stand beside you now with a sword of flame, cutting off every hand that tries to touch your destiny. From this night forward, you will sleep differently. Your dreams will begin to clear. Visions will return. You will wake up with sudden ideas, sudden clarity, sudden peace. Do not dismiss them as random. They are instructions. Heaven speaks in whispers to those who finally listen. Now listen closely one last time. God's anger has turned into your awakening. What looked like a storm was actually your rescue. And what felt like the end was actually your beginning. The voice you hear now, mine, is not distant thunder. It is your divine call to rise again. Rise, beloved. The mistake is forgiven. The debt is cleared. The battle is ending. But don't dare forget this day, October 23rd. The day heaven intervened before it was too late. The day correction became your salvat. Ion. The day the divine said, enough. And your life began anew. Now walk in it, because your story is not over. It is finally beginning. My child, my beloved, close your eyes for a moment. Let your heart slow down. Feel the invisible wind moving around you. That is not just air. It is the Spirit of God stirring the atmosphere. Even now, heaven is touching the space you are sitting in. Something sacred is about to happen. You have walked through correction. You have faced the truth. And now the gates of mercy begin to open wider than you can imagine. God says, tell my child, I was never trying to break you. I was trying to bring you back to the place where miracles find you. You have cried enough, beloved. You have carried guilt long enough. Your tears have been counted. And tonight, the count ends in restoration. Every angel who once stood silent in your waiting season is now in motion. They are carrying messages, aligning pathways, repositioning favor. Your name is being whispered, I. In rooms where decisions about your future are being made. People who forgot you will remember you. Voices that ignored you will speak for you. Doors that rejected you will open as if they were never closed. But this time, when you step through, you must walk differently. No more half faith, no more hesitation, no more going back to what almost destroyed you. The fire you feel right now is not wrath, it is purification. You are being made new piece by piece. Do not question the silence that follows this message. For 3 days, heaven will work behind the veil. You may feel strange, peaceful, yet alert, calm, yet aware. That is the vibration of the divine realm aligning with your destiny. Listen carefully to your dreams in these nights. They will not be random. They will be instructions. There will be signs. Pay attention to them. You will see repeating numbers. You will feel sudden warmth when you speak truth. You will sense a light presence when you pray. That is the confirmation that your spirit has reconnected to its source. My beloved, I need you to promise something. Promise that you will not sabotage what heaven is building this time. Promise that you will not apologize for your anointing. Promise that you will not shrink when your power starts to show again, because it will show. It will radiate from you. People will say something about you has changed, and they will be right. The light you carry will make others uncomfortable, not because you're doing wrong, but because you're walking in truth. The financial drought you experienced is about to end. There has been a blockage in your flow. Not because heaven denied you, but because darkness diverted you. Every delay, every loss, every stolen opportunity, they are being retrieved right now. I see angelic hands counting back what was taken. And God says, multiply it before I return it within the next 21 days. Expect divine reversal. But remember, miracles are not rewards. They are responses to obedience. Stay pure in motive. Stay silent in process. When blessings start arriving, you won't need to announce them. Heaven's work speaks louder than human explanations. You will notice something strange. People who once ignored your messages will reach out. They will sense your energy shifting. Some will come to apologize. Others will come to test. You must discern which is which. Forgive all, but trust few. Forgiveness frees you, but discernment protects you. Your body will begin to heal too. The weight you've been carrying, emotional and physical, will start to lift. That tightness in your chest, that constant fatigue, that heavy sleep, those are spiritual symptoms. The moment you let go of fear, healing begins to flow. Angels are touching your nervous system, your breathing, your pulse. Even now, something inside you is resetting. Heaven says you are not cursed. You were covered. The isolation you mistook for abandonment was actually protection. They couldn't find you because you were hidden in divine timing. But now that season ends. You are stepping out of hiding into holy visibility. The world will soon see what heaven already saw. Your purpose, your power, your purity. You were meant to be a vessel of awakening. And this correction was your final initiation. My beloved, the test is complete. You endured what broke others. You stayed when it was easier to run. And because of that, you are about to taste what true grace feels like. The favor that comes after correction is not ordinary. It carries speed, it carries weight, it carries undeniable proof that you are chosen. When you wake tomorrow, speak this prayer aloud. Father, I thank you for not giving up on me. I receive the cleansing of this correction. I walk in obedience, light, and gratitude. Let every promise assigned to my name be fulfilled under your will. Say it once, but mean it deeply. You will feel an electric calm fill your chest. That's heaven sealing your words. This is the final shift. From this day forward, your days of guilt are gone. Your nights of confusion are over. Your spirit is free. Do not doubt it even for a second, because when God corrects, He also completes. And tonight, He completes what began long ago. The same God who once said, enough now, says, begin again. Walk forward, beloved. Your time has come. Your mistake has been washed in light. And your new chapter begins now. My child, my beloved, keep breathing slowly as you read these words. For what you are about to hear now will mark the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. The heavens have already shifted in your favor. The storm has passed. And though you still smell the smoke of battle, the fire that once burned you is now purifying you. You are entering your season of restoration. You will not recognize yourself 6 weeks from now. The light in your eyes will return. Your laughter will no longer sound forced. Your hands will touch what you once begged for. God's anger was never your end. It was your redirection. He shook the ground beneath you so that false foundations would fall. He allowed the tower of illusion to crumble so that truth could rise in its place. And now what He is buoying, holding in you, cannot be shaken again. Heaven says, tell my child, the same place where they mocked you, I will raise you. Do not waste time explaining yourself. Your silence will speak louder than any defense. When blessings start to bloom, your fruits will prove what your faith endured. The angels who once stood guard in correction now move ahead of you in celebration. They are preparing the soil of your future, softening hearts, aligning encounters, unlocking divine timing. Everything that felt delayed is actually arriving exactly when it's meant to. Your finances will begin to shift first. Do not panic if small amounts appear before the flood. Heaven always sends a sign before it sends abundance. That unexpected favor, that message out of nowhere, that opportunity you thought was closed, they are your confirmation that the divine order is active. Do not speak fear over your provision anymore. Speak life, speak trust. Say, money is not my master, it is my messenger. And watch it obey your faith. Next, relationships will change. Some will end quietly without drama or closure. Let them heaven removes in silence what it protected you from in noise. You will notice peace where there was once confusion. That peace is your answer. Not everything that leaves is a loss. You will also feel a pull towards something new, a project, a path, a vision. Do not dismiss it because it seems too big. The idea that terrifies you is usually the one heaven sent. Step toward it in faith, even if your feet tremble. For every step you take, I, Michael, will clear the air before you. Your body too will begin to respond to this shift. Healing will accelerate where doctors found no explanation. The tightness in your chest will ease. The nights of restless thoughts will fade. You will sleep like one who is watched by angels. And when you wake, you will sense clarity as if the fog finally lifted. You will walk lighter because guilt no longer chains you. Your words will carry power again, Baker. Use truth has returned to your tongue. When you speak blessings, they will manifest quickly. When you pray for others, they will feel it instantly. This is the evidence that your connection with heaven is restored. But remember, beloved, do not return to the noise. Protect your peace like it is sacred ground, because it is. When the enemy cannot destroy your faith, he tries to disturb your focus. Guard your focus. You are too close to the promise to be distracted. God says, tell my child this time it will not be stolen. The blessings that come now are sealed by obedience. No person, no curse, no doubt can interfere. You have paid the price through repentance. And now the reward begins through favor. Within 40 days you will look back and weep, not from pain, but from awe. Because you will see that even in His anger, God was fighting for you. He did not let you lose what truly mattered. He let you lose what blocked your becoming. This is what divine love looks like. It corrects fiercely, then blesses abundantly. It breaks to rebuild stronger. It wounds to remove infection, then heals to reveal glory. My beloved, there is one last instruction. When you receive your miracle, do not forget to honor the source. Do not hide your testimony. Share it in humility, so that others who fall as you once did may rise as you are rising now. You will become a voice of awakening, not because you are perfect, but because you were forgiven publicly by heaven itself. And I tell you this truth, every time you speak light, darkness loses another victim. Every time you forgive, the heavens celebrate another victory. Every time you choose peace over revenge, the entire spiritual realm takes notice. You have no idea how powerful your transformation truly is. Even now, other souls are being freed because of the vibration of your obedience. This is how redemption multiplies. One awakened spirit at a time. Now lift your hand wherever you are. Close your eyes. I, Michael, am standing before you in spirit, radiant with divine fire. My sword is drawn not against you, but for you. Every lingering shadow around your name, every spiritual chain still clinging to your past, I cut them now by the authority of the Most High. The old energy is released. The curse is reversed. The balance is restored. You are free, and not only free, chosen, cleansed, crowned. Walk in the authority of this moment. Do not delay your joy. Do not question your worth. Heaven has already decided you are forgiven, you are protected, you are favored. From this day forward, speak light, live truth, walk love. Let every sunrise remind you that you were not destroyed, you were delivered. And every sunset remind you that even in endings, God writes beginnings. The chapter of anger is closed. The book of blessing begins. You are ready now, my beloved. Go in peace. Heaven walks with you. My child, my beloved, do not leave yet. The angels are still here. The air around you is holy right now. There are things heaven has yet to seal. And this moment is your final anointing before the blessing fully manifests. I, Michael, have been ordered to stay until your spirit completely receives what was written for you. You see, there are two kinds of peace. The peace that comes after rest and the peace that comes after war. You are entering the second one. It is not quiet because life is easy. It is quiet because heaven has conquered everything that once opposed you. Breathe again. Do you feel that warmth rising in your chest? That is not imagination. That is divine energy flowing freely again after being blocked by guilt, fear, and doubt. Your soul is remembering its true state, radiant, pure, untouchable. God says, my child, I have removed the ashes from your spirit. You will not smell like smoke though you walk through fire. The people who will meet you now will not even believe what you've been through. They will see only light, calmness, and wisdom in your eyes. Because that is how heaven finishes what? It starts with grace. Listen carefully. The blessing coming next is not random. It is calculated. Every detail of it was written long ago. The exact moment you receive the call, the exact hour your name is mentioned, the exact person assigned to bless you, all of it has been preordained, and the signal was activated the moment you repented with your heart while reading this message. Heaven's court has now released your restoration file. What was delayed is now dispatched. Even now, angels of delivery are carrying spiritual documents of wealth, peace, reconciliation, and honor toward you. This is not metaphor, this is real alignment. But hear me, you must keep your atmosphere clean. No gossip, no fear talk, no complaining. Every word you speak in this new season plants a seed. Speak life only and you will reap miracles rapidly. Speak doubt and delay returns. Guard your space like a temple. For indeed your body and your home are now sacred territory. The moment this message entered your atmosphere, heaven drew a circle of light around it. That circle will remain for 7 days, strengthening your aura and burning away residual energy from the past. In that time you will notice certain signs. Objects may fall without cause, that's stagnant energy releasing. You may feel lighter when you wake, that's your soul unburdening. You may have sudden tears, that's healing leaving your bloodstream. Do not fear any of it. Every reaction is divine detox. My beloved, you are not just being blessed, you are being reset. You are not just receiving miracles, you are becoming one. You are not just hearing heaven, you are now a carrier of its vibration. When you walk into a room, darkness will retreat without words. When you speak, the weary will feel hope again. Your hands will carry warmth that comforts even those who don't understand why. This is what happens when heaven dwells in a purified vessel. The mistake you once made no longer defines you. It was the doorway through which wisdom entered. You will no longer say, I failed. You will say, I was forged. Heaven will send people your way now. Souls who are lost, heavy, afraid. Do not preach at them. Just speak light as I spoke to you. Let your story heal them. You will become the same messenger for others that I have been for you. And in doing so, your light will multiply, because God never wastes a healed heart. He turns it into a lighthouse for those still wandering in the storm. My beloved, let me tell you something beautiful. When you finally forgive yourself, heaven celebrates louder than when you first believed. because self-forgiveness is the last lock on the cage of guilt. And tonight that lock is broken. Walk out freely. The angels are rejoicing. Do not look behind you anymore. Do not rehearse old pain in your mind. Every time you replay your past, you give power to what heaven has already erased. It's over. Let it die in peace. From this day forward, your future will recognize you as ready. Opportunity. Ease will begin to magnetize to your energy. People you've never met will feel drawn to help you. This is not coincidence. It is divine orchestration. When this begins to happen, do not say, why me? Say, because God kept me. That is the anthem of those who have walked through divine fire and lived to tell it. And now, my child, I must tell you one final secret. The one heaven hides for the chosen. Every correction from God hides a gift. Yours is discernment. From now on, you will know when something is wrong before it shows. You will feel energy before words are spoken. You will sense danger before harm arrives. This is heaven's way of ensuring you never fall into the same pit again. Cherish it, trust it. It is not paranoia. It is divine perception. You are protected now in a way that even you cannot comprehend. If darkness so much as whispers your name, heaven will respond before you do. Because your obedience activated eternal guardianship. My beloved, the season of hiding is over. The season of proving is over. The season of begging is over. You will not chase. You will attract. You will not plead. You will declare. You will not fear. You will flow. Every dream that once seemed impossible will now appear natural. Every closed door will remember your knock. And every divine promise that seemed delayed will find its way home. When people ask what changed, tell them, I stopped running from the voice of heaven. That is your truth. That is your power. Now lift your hand again, beloved, and say softly, I receive this new beginning. I honor this correction. I walk in light, wealth, healing, and peace. I am forgiven. I am restored. I am chosen. And as you say it, angels bow their heads in agreement, because heaven records every yes you give to light. Now go, my child, walk in divine boldness. The skies above you have cleared. The ground beneath you has been blessed. And the future before you is open. You have survived divine anger. You have embraced divine mercy. And now, you will live divine purpose. Your story is not over. It has only just begun. Heaven stands applauding. And I, Archangel Michael, stand guard until your final promise unfolds. Go in peace, beloved. Go in light. Go in victory, forever protected, forever chosen, forever loved. My child, my beloved, stay still for a moment longer. Let the quiet settle around you. Every breath you take now is prayer in motion. Every heartbeat is heaven's echo saying, you are safe now. The war that once raged around your soul has ended. The weapons have fallen. The angels stand with their wings lowered in peace. And over you a golden scroll has been unrolled. Your new decree. It is written, this child has been forgiven, this soul has been restored, this life shall shine again. You don't need to fight for this blessing. It has already been declared. You don't need to beg heaven anymore. Heaven has already said yes. Look around, beloved. Even the air feels different now. There is softness where there was once pressure, light where there was once fog. This is not your imagination. It's divine manifestation beginning to take form. I want you to understand something sacred. When God forgives, He forgets. He does not hold your past like humans do. He doesn't bring it up to shame you. He buries it in eternity's ocean where no memory can reach it again. And what He resurrects in its place is beauty. Pure, radiant beauty. You have no idea how beautiful your life is about to become in 7 days. Something that felt impossible will begin to move. It might come as a small message, a sudden chance, a name you haven't heard in years, but it will mark the start of your divine turnaround. Do not question how it happens. Just say thank you. Gratitude is the key that unlocks everything heaven sends. When you wake tomorrow, whisper, I am ready, Lord. And when you sleep, whisper, I trust you completely. Those two sentences will align your days and nights with divine order. Now listen carefully, for this is important. There will still be shadows that try to speak. The enemy always tests those who rise again. He will send whispers of doubt, echoes of guilt, reminders of your past. But you must answer with this truth. That story is over. You own no explanation to darkness. You own no response to fear. When it speaks, let silence be your answer. For silence is the language of strength. The days ahead are holy. Heaven has marked your steps. Where you once walked in uncertainty, now you will walk in purpose. The paths that were blocked will open. The hearts that were closed will soften. The time you thought was wasted will be redeemed. Do not chase what left. What was meant to leave, left to make room for light. You will not need to force what is divine. What is for you will recognize you easily, naturally, peacefully. Your hands will soon hold new things, new ideas, new provision, new beginnings. The same hands that once wiped tears will now carry abundance. The same voice that once cried for help will now speak healing. You will help others without even trying, because peace will flow from you like air from heaven's gate. And when you see it begin to unfold, when the first miracle touches you, do not keep it quiet. Tell the world not what you did, but what God did through you. Every testimony is a seed, and the moment you plant it, another soul begins to heal. You have been forgiven. You have been cleansed. You have been sent again. Remember what I told you. Correction was never rejection. It was redirection. God turned your path not to punish you, but to protect you from what you could not yet see. You will look back one day and realize that the moment you thought was divine anger was actually divine mercy wearing armor. Heaven had to roar to save you from silence. Now walk. Walk with your head high, with your spirit light, with your faith unshaken. Every step from this point forward is guided. Every door that opens is blessed. Every encounter is divine. Do not fear Mr. Case anymore. Heaven has trained you. You will sense wrong turns before you take them. You will feel right choices like warmth in your chest. This is your new gift. Intuition purified by obedience. When others see your calm, they will ask, how did you survive all that? Smile, beloved. Tell them, because heaven refused to let me go, and I, Archangel Michael, will still be near. When you feel chills in prayer, know that I stand beside you. When you see light flicker in your room, know that heaven is moving. When you feel peace suddenly return after tears, know that you are not alone. You are a child of the highest, and no shadow dares to touch what heaven has sealed. This is your forever truth. You are forgiven beyond measure. You are loved beyond reason, and you are chosen beyond time. The old story is finished. The divine one begins. Heaven has spoken. It is done. Now rise, my beloved. Rise into your purpose. Rise into your light. Rise. For the world has been waiting for the version of you that remembers you were always divine.